put my heart dog.
Hey, how y'all doing? I go by Dro, and I'm gonna be doing Miami Hurricane content as well as other content. I feel like since I'm a diehard Miami Hurricane fan, I feel like it's only right if I drop my first video on the Miami Hurricanes. And I'm basically gonna be giving my perspective on the program. I know we got a lot of Miami Hurricane content creators, but I tend to disagree with a lot of them, or most of them. Not trying to step on any toes. I just feel like it's a lot of fans that share the same view, same perspective as I do. And I guess you can call me being the voice for those people. Um, we can bring it back full circle. When Manny Diaz got fired, it was basically two candidates, Mario Cristobal, Lane Kiffin. I was one of the guys that wanted Lane Kiffin, being that he was a great offensive coordinator, offensive mind, and he could recruit. And with the talent that we had on that roster last year, I feel like he would have did well with it. With Mario Cristobal, we knew we was getting out of him. A great recruiter and an okay average coach. He was a former offensive line coach for the University of Alabama. While he was there, he won Recruiter of the Year. In my opinion, I think he contributed or was really the reason why Alabama started getting those high profile skill guys like Jerry Judy to come to their program. So we already knew what was getting out of Mario. So fast forward, Mario got the job. So it's do away with Lane. It's let's go Mario. I don't want to see Mario do no wrong. But at the same time, if Mario do wrong, start doing bad, I'm gonna critique him. It's not like I want Mario fired. I'm being a real fan by critiquing. So Mario got the job. He got the ball rolling ASAP. We picked up a top 10 class, and he also picked up two five-star offensive tackles. And like I said, he's the offensive line coach, offensive line mind. When he was at the University of Miami, he played offensive line, so he know what he was doing. It's only right for him to pick to get one of the best or two of the best out that class on the offensive line. Mario, he did his thing in the recruiting trail, like I said. Then the off season, like the spring, like the summer and the spring, nobody had any complaints. Everybody was on their high horse. We already knew what TVD could do when he was in the Red Lashley system. I mean, some people, they was kind of complaining during the Red Lashley era because TVD was staring down one side of the field. It was like rumble, rumble, rumble. But like I said, it was just a select few of them. But we thought we was going to get that same offense the next year when Mario came because we thought he understood the assignment. Everybody was on their high horse. We already knew what we had in the defense. We knew what we was capable of in the offense. So we was bringing back TVD. He was already getting top 10 draft predictions as well. So no negative thoughts during the off season that year. The spring came around. It was kind of vanilla, and everybody noticed it, but it was saying it's vanilla because it's the spring. He don't have his full offense. We're talking about the offensive coordinator, Josh Gaddis. So we kind of swept that under the rug. But when it came to Bethune-Cookman, the offense was running the same way. Some people raised their eyebrows, was scratching their head a little bit, but then at the same time, it's only the first game, so you really can't complain. Then we played Texas A&M. I feel like we did kind of good at Texas A&M, but then it's like we didn't have enough in the tank. We just threw our hands up and just gave up. There's a lot of things that went wrong with that game, but we was blaming the wide receiver too much for my liking. And I seen a few plays where TVD was missing those wide open receivers, and we was blaming the wide receivers for that. So, in my opinion, I don't like that. We can't coddle the quarterback. If we criticize one group, we got to criticize all group, in my opinion. We played Middle Tennessee State. Middle Tennessee State, that's a game that's given. We should win that off rip. I don't care what nobody say. That's a game should be W, checked off on our calendar day one. So that's embarrassing. We threw 2 interceptions like back to back off rip, and we blaming the offensive coordinator. Like I said, we can't be doing that. That's on the quarterback. Back to back. I understand he was saying he was kind of scared because he was scared to make a mistake because he was scared of the offensive coordinator. But in my opinion, you do it and you explain why you did it. And if it's the wrong, he gonna tell you it's wrong. If you're right, he say it's my fault that it was wrong. So some of those excuses that we was given, it should have been given. Our offensive coordinator was hired was terrible. As you can see what he's doing at his school now, it's basically mirroring what we was doing at Miami. So in my opinion, it wasn't the players, it was the offensive coordinator and Colin, the quarterback. Florida State game, that's a big rivalry game. That game was packed out, sold out. I was at that game. The atmosphere is how it's supposed to be at every game. That game was lit. And the fashion that we lost in a rivalry game, that was embarrassing. That should never happen. Being that Mario played at Miami, he understand how big, significant that rivalry is. That should never happen at all. And that kind of mirrored our whole season. I feel like Mario kind of threw his hands up. Granted, when he first got here, he said we have a lot of work to do. So basically he was saying these not his players, and which I understand that. But hindsight looking back, I still feel like that team that we had was capable of winning more than 8 games. I don't care what nobody say. Wasn't nobody complaining during that offseason. So we got to throw those excuses out the window. Should never happen. I feel like Mario threw his hands up. Fast forward through the this offseason, we kind of slow on the recruiting trail. Well, we started out kind of slow, and I can tell you when it started. This is when it started getting kind of rocky, and this what's wrong with the fan base, in my opinion. We have certain fans brag about certain stuff, but make excuses when that stuff don't happen. Example. When we have a barbecue, when we have swimming functions for the recruits, we always bragging, oh, we got this 5-star. It's a big month for us. We got this high 4-star, 3-star. That's a big month for us. But then when those same recruits that we bragging and boasting about, they commit elsewhere, that's when the excuses start coming in. Oh, that team, they dropping bags. Oh, we wasn't recruiting that player. Miami we wasn't really interested. If people really know and did their homework, they would know that we really wasn't interested. So why were y'all bragging like the week before? See, stuff like that get thrown in y'all face, and that cause division in the program. I mean, I understand why y'all bring awareness or to the fans or letting people know that Mario, he getting these big guys, but when y'all start bragging and saying we're gonna get those guys, expect some backlash. And that's the problem. Really the problem with the Miami Hurricane fan base, in my opinion. Those chirpers chirp when Mario's getting critiqued, and they chirp when they get critiqued when the commits start committing elsewhere. Like, we can't be doing it. Nobody's above critiquing. I understand that slogan they be saying, and Mario we trust, but y'all be taking that slogan a little bit too serious. You only look up to one person, and that's God. Man, y'all looking up to Mario. So, in my opinion, direction of the program, I feel like we just need to chill and relax. I feel like Mario do have the program going in the right direction, because he wanted a ground and pound type offense, and that kind of fell on his face last year. And this year he hired an offensive coordinator that's kind of spreading the ball up, and that's like spreading the ball out, and that's going against his going against the norm of what he normally do. So I feel like he kind of easing up and like he's doing away with the old system and he's coming aboard with he's hopping on the train with the new system. So I feel like Mario is kind of changing. So that's bringing me hope. What he did in the transfer portal, I feel like he added depth in every position, literally every position, and in recruiting as well. Besides the quarterback, I still feel like he's kind of calling the quarterback. And once we stop calling the quarterback and open all positions up, I feel like Miami it's gonna be hell. Offensive line, I feel like we are too deep on the offensive line. I know some people might not think it, but I feel like we really are too deep. Zion Nelson, I'm not too high on him, but just say we got Zion, we got Javion Cohen, Matt Lee, we got Cooper or Jalen Rivers, we got Francis Malgoy, and we got McCoy. Who else we got? We got Pancake Huncho. We got Pancake, Tow Truck, Logan Sagapore, and Antonio Tripp and Kensel. Them boys big. We do got some more, but I do really feel like we too deep. We kind of can be like interchangeable. So it really shouldn't be no excuses on the offensive line, even if we have one or two injuries. Jalen Rivers, he can play guard or tackle. Francis Malco, in my opinion, he can play guard or tackle. So I feel like we do have some we are interchangeable on the offensive line as well. As far as the quarterback, we already know TVD, he's our guy. He's the guy. Jakari Brown, the approach that he was going to take, I wasn't a fan of until Kevin Beard, he got into his ear. Because basically, Jakari, he was saying he wanted to take a step back. He wanted the red shirt. And he wanted to learn on the TVD. And in my opinion, he wasn't bringing no competition. And when Kevin Beard got in his ear, he basically was telling him, how you gonna make TVD the best he can be, and if you gonna sit back and just let him just take the job, you gotta basically bring competition to push him to be the best he can be to make the team better. And like he was just gonna sit back and red shirt when Kevin Beard just gave him that mentality, which I already know he got that dog mentality in him anyways. When Kevin Beard got in his ear, that kind of woke him up. So I just feel like when Jakari do get his chance, I feel like Miami gonna be hell on wheels. I promise you that. And behind Jakari, you got Emory Williams. Let him develop, and he's gonna be tough. He's from my area, so he's from that Panhandle area. So shout out to that boy Emory Williams. Running back position, I feel like we kind of loaded at the running back position, and we got a transfer in. I can't remember his name. And then we got Don Chaney and Henry Parrish. Henry Parrish, I was kind of down on last year, man, because I was a big fan of Rooster. But Henry Parrish, he kind of showed me what he can do. He was capable of. So Henry Parrish, he earned my respect. Don Chaney is my back, though. I know he was hurt, but I feel like this is going to be his year. If he can stay healthy, this is going to be his year. Because he's agile. I might not seem like it, but that boy is agile, and he got speed. Agile and speed, you can't beat that at all. As long as he stay healthy, he gonna be hell. Wide receiver, Mario loaded up on a wide receiver. He brought in speed with Tyler Harrell, and he got Shamar Kirk. So in the transfer portal, Mario did his thing when it came to speed. We already had Kobe Young, Xavier Restrepo, and Jacoby George. I'm a big fan of Jacoby George. I know with these new additions to the wide receiver room, everybody kind of brushing Kobe George to the side, but I think everybody just need to chill. Y'all done lit a fire under that boy for real. He definitely have it. He definitely have it what it takes to be that deal. Then we got Isaiah Horton, we got Ray and Robbie. Those boys fast. Just give them time. Ray, I like his mindset already. He can't do no wrong in my eyes. I ain't gonna lie. Just watch out for that boy. He gonna see the field early. And do not forget Rashad. Xavier, he's there, but Rashad, he can easily be better than Rashad. He can easily be better than Restrepo if he was given opportunities. Just Restrepo, he's more reliable, man, and you can't beat that. He's our Braxton Berrios when Braxton Berrios on the team. So when it comes to wide receiver, yeah, I think we in good hands, to be honest. As long as the quarterback getting on the ball, I think we in good hands. When it comes to tight end, we got Elijah Royer, Jaleel Skinner, that boy Riley, Jackson Carver, and we also got the guy from that transferred from Oregon, McCormick. But I think Elijah Roy is probably, I know he's like top five in my opinion tight ends in the country. He already got the NFL type body, man. He can block as well as catch, and he can run. So I feel like he got all the tools. Jaleel Skinner, once he put it all together, I think he's gonna be a dog. Wide receiver room, we definitely in good hands. On the defensive side, I think we have a lot of. I think people are questioning the defensive tackle, and I'm not really worried about this defensive tackle because I feel like with Messidor and Bain, they are interchangeable. But even without those boys, I got faith in Leonard Taylor. I got faith in Branson Dean. I also got faith in Jason Harry Hunt. Behind those boys, you got that boy from Louisiana, Campbell. Do not forget Joshua Horton. Joshua Horton gonna be a dog. So I feel like we got depth at defensive tackle, and not just like group of five type depth or Division two type depth. I feel like we got some good Division one type depth that's serviceable, especially with Messidor and Bain interchangeable. And on defensive end, I feel like we really is loaded. We got Jafari Harvey, we got Messidor, we got Najee Kelly, which him and Harvey kind of fighting for that number one position. We got Cyrus Moss, you got Chance Williams. Chance Williams gonna be a dog. You can't forget that boy either. Please don't forget him. Who else we got? I feel like we can put Malik Bryant at defensive end. Or we got Jaden Wayne as well. And we've been hearing good things about Jaden Wayne in the spring. So look out for him. He already got the body. Let him put it together. We're all together. As far as the linebacker position, I feel like Mario knocked it out of the park for the linebacker position. We got Francis McElroy, brother. I can't pronounce his first name, but he came from Washington State, and that boy showed me what he's capable of and what we've been missing for a long time in that linebacker room. So with him added to the linebacker room, I feel like we are definitely up to par of the standard where we need to be. We also got Wesley Bassant and we got Corey Flagg. I know people down on Corey Flagg, but if he was like starter or top two in the last group or coaching regime and he's the same in this coaching regime, then something gotta be right. These are professionals, these are head coaches, and they putting him in these positions. So he's capable of doing it. So we just gotta get our Corey Flagg. We also got Bobby Washington. I feel like once he put on the proper weight, he already one of the fastest on the field, the fastest linebacker. So he'll be starter potential. We also got what's that boy? Keontra Smith. We got Chase Smith. Please don't forget Chase Smith. He been hurt, but I am excited to see what Chase Smith do, man. I'm not one of those type of people that's once we get a new player, we gonna forget about the old player. Like, no, I remember what you did in high school. Like, come here, show me what you can do. That's why I recruited you to my school. So I know you've been hurt. I'm gonna give you your chance. So when it comes to Chase Smith, he already got the body, and we already knew what he was capable of doing before he got hurt. But now he got the body, the mindset. He done sat back. I think he's ready to go. Who else we got? We got Marcellus and we got Popo. We can't forget the guy from Duke because he did good in the spring. I can't remember his name, but we definitely can't forget him. He's gonna be in that rotational group. Do not forget him. Linebacker, we in good hands. Kudos to Mario. When it comes to secondary, with not the striker position, but the nickel position, we got Corey Couch. Behind him, I feel like it's Jaden Harris, or you got the guy from Oklahoma or Vanderbilt. On the outsides, like I said, the guy from Oklahoma or Vanderbilt. I gotta get their names, but I can't remember them off the top. Then you got Devontae Brown, the guy transferred from UCF. You got Darryl Porter Jr. He was on the team last year. Devontae Brown definitely gonna be that starting cornerback on that side. The second cornerback, it's gonna be like up for grabs. But Darryl Porter Jr. Who else we got over there? We also got Robert Stafford, and we got a little brother, Damari Brown. Chris Graves, he got omitted from the team from whatever reason. I just want to salute that boy, shout out to him because I feel like he had a great future ahead of him. He just couldn't put it all together. But the safety room, I feel like we're not too deep, but we got one All-American, should be two All-Americans, and James Williams and Cam Kitchens. Behind them, I mentioned Jaden Harris, we got Jaden Harris as well, but they're too deep in my opinion. It's gonna be Cam Kitchens and James Williams, Markeith Williams, and also Brian Balaam. We didn't call Brian Balaam back from the portal for no reason. Last year we had high expectations for him. He just couldn't get that starting spot. So we already know what Brian Balaam gonna do. He just gotta get the opportunity to do it. We also got that boy Spencer. Spencer, every time you see a photo or video, Spencer right there with Cam Kitchens because he want to know what it takes to be an All-American. He even pushing Cam Kitchens. So safety room, we not as deep as we really should, but I really do got faith in those boys, to be honest. So, and all in all, what I see the program, I feel like Mario got the program going in the right direction. It really shouldn't be no complaints. The only thing gripes gonna be coming from is those fans that's telling us the stop critiquing. Once they start doing that, then I think we're gonna be in good hands, man. But y'all just chill. I think it's gonna be a rude awakening for this season, man. Just give it time. Let's go.